I'd like to start out by saying thank you for using the Simply Canvas video tutorial system. My name is Emily Sullivan, and this video tutorial is designed to show you how to set up a file in Photoshop for ordering a photo banner stand prior to uploading that file into Rows. So the first thing that we're going to do is to open the Simply Canvas homepage. We're going to find the Products and Services tab, and we are going to scroll down until we find the Photo Stands heading. Once we have, you'll see that all of the photo stands are listed here for you. There's a thumbnail image of each of them so that you can see what they look like, as well as all of the sizes that are offered in each of those styles. So we have the lightweight, the X-frame, the large format X-frame, and as well as the retractable banner stand. So I'm going to place a mock order for an X-frame banner stand, and what we have available for you here are templates that you can take right into Photoshop to make setting up your file a little bit easier. So each of those templates are available by clicking on those dimensions, and you'll see that they automatically start uploading into your download section of your computer. So I'm just going to go ahead and double click on that, and you'll see that a thumbnail of your banner then opens up in your downloads folder. So all we're going to do is drag and drop that downloads thumbnail into Photoshop. I'm going to go ahead and close out a few of these things that are sitting around so that we have a clearer view of what's going on. And I am going to simply zoom in so that we can read the instructions that are on here. There are a few instructions just listed in one of the layers for you. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. I'm just going to paraphrase and leave that for you to do when you have a few moments. Basically what we're going to do is simply drag our image right onto this template. We're going to make sure that everything looks okay, that it's accurately sized, and then we're going to make sure that we delete this layer. You can see that it's sitting here. It's titled Instructions. We don't want that to be part of our image, so we're going to go ahead and delete that before we save it. We're also going to make sure to save our banners as JPEGs at the maximum quality, and then we're going to go ahead and place our order in the Rows system. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those instructions right now just so I don't forget to do it later. And the next thing that I'm going to do is to bring my image into Photoshop. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a few minutes to do that, and all I'm going to do is go to a folder on my desktop, retrieve the image that I'd like, and drag and drop it into Photoshop. I'm working with CS4 on a Mac. I'm just going to drag the file a little to the right so that I can see everything at once that's going on. And what I'd like to do is just drag and drop this image of the tulip right onto the template for the banner. So I'm going to make sure that I'm on my Move tool, and I'm just going to drag and drop right onto the banner. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this image. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is minimize my banner so that I can see the whole thing at once. And you can see that my tulip is a little bit small. I don't expect it to take up the whole dimension of the banner. It depends on the image that you're using, but you risk compromising the quality of that image if you try to stretch it all the way from end to end of the banner. What I am going to do, however, is stretch it to fit as tightly as it can. So I'm going to come up to Edit, Free Transform. I'd like to do it at scale. And I'm just going to hold my Shift key as I pull this toggle bar and then place my image down. I'm looking to make sure that I have about appropriately sized equal margins on the top and the bottom. You would definitely want to pull down guidelines for yourself as you did this, but I'm just going to go ahead and eyeball it for the sake of the demonstration. And then as always with a free transform, you need to check that you're okay with it once you are. So you can see that I have a little bit of a white margin here at the top and the bottom of my banner. What I'm going to do is just really quickly fill in a little bit of color there. So I'm going to make a rectangular marquee selection, and I'm also going to get my eyedropper tool, and I'm going to pick one of the greens inside of my tulip image. You can see that it's now available for me in the foreground color. I'm going to come up to Edit, Fill, Foreground Color at 100% opacity, OK. So now I'm just going to do the same thing at the bottom. You would design your banner for yourself in whatever way is appropriate, adding text or color or whatever it was that you'd like to have on your banner. Okay, so now my banner is completely designed. I'm going to go ahead and go up to File, Save, and then I'd like to make sure that that is a JPEG, so I'm going to do Save As. And you can see that right now it's being saved as a Photoshop file. I'm going to go ahead and change that. I'd also like to change the title. Going to do 24 by 64 banner tulip. I'd like to save it to my desktop so that I can easily retrieve it for Rose. And then I'm going to go ahead and save it as a JPEG. Hit save. Here you want to make sure that you are saving it at the maximum quality. So that is a quality 12. So once it is, I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now your banner is saved on your desktop. It's ready to upload into Rose. I will remind you that you'll need to place it in a folder prior to uploading it into Rose. It doesn't recognize individual files that are sitting on your computer. It only recognizes folders. So once again, this has been the video tutorial on file preparation for banners using the banner templates that are available on the Simply Canvas home site. A video tutorial showing you how to upload your banners into the Rose system can also be found on the Simply Canvas video tutorials home site. So I thank you for spending your time with the video tutorial system, and we look forward to doing business with you in the future.